But listen, Miss Pugh, don't speak over me. Miss Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen, Miss Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me.
Where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
You can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't.
All right, folks. Today we've got a wild courtroom clash. A no-nonsense judge facing off against a self-proclaimed sovereign citizen. This woman came in armed with nothing but a scrap of paper filled with the usual sovereign citizen jargon, clearly thinking she could drop some legal truth bombs and walk out scot-free. Spoiler alert, that's not how it went down. Honestly, it's surprising how confident some people are in these debunked legal theories. This one's definitely worth watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about this bizarre encounter. Let's dive in and see how it all unfolds.
Your position, but listen, Miss Pugh, don't speak over me. Miss Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why, is because you have a lawyer and your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
Or comply to your appointed
go back.
Agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself.
No, it's not fine. You're making a complete fool of yourself right now, and honestly, we're all enjoying it. I'm especially loving the judge's attitude, just sitting there patiently, waiting for this girl to run out of steam with her sovereign citizen script. It's hilarious, really. These people always think they've uncovered some secret legal cheat code, but the law just doesn't work that way. Courts have ruled time and time again that saying I don't consent doesn't magically erase charges. That's not how jurisdiction works. What surprises me, though, is that this sovereign citizen even managed to read the script, because let's be real, literacy isn't exactly common in that crowd. That said, I'm genuinely curious. How did she get to this point? What was going through her mind? She actually seems like a sweet girl, polite, even calling the judge Your Honor, but it's clear she's completely lost and grasping at straws. Let me know what you all think, because I'm just baffled by how someone could fall this deep into that rabbit hole. Reading about sovereign citizen stuff is one thing, but getting up in court and trying it, that's next level. Anyway, let's dive back in. This one's not over yet.
Mr. Jeffries has been appointed to represent you. He's just been given, he's trying to get caught up real quickly on all the information and the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of the appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
And for your record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today if that's what you want to do. We'll get your case set for trial, and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you're expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so you have to do everything just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury, and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit. But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of things couple of options, and we'll go over those as well. Okay. So I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you?
I know we've been accused of.
Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegations from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you answer out loud just for the record.
Do I understand? No, I don't.
Yeah, that was embarrassing, but hold on, because this isn't over yet. This sovereign citizen actually comes back at a later date, and don't worry, I've got that hearing for you too. At this point, I feel like the judge deserves an award for sheer patience. Dealing with a sovereign citizen like this is basically like arguing with a brick wall, if the brick wall thought it had a law degree in constitutional nonsense. Seriously, major props to the judge. She's calmly trying to make sense of all this chaos, and honestly, I'm here for it. She's snappy when she needs to be, but still way more patient than most people would be in her position. I think she's handling it really well, but let me know what you guys think. Is she being too lenient, or is this just the right balance? Anyway, let's get into the next hearing and see if things somehow get even more heated. Let's dive in.
So here's the thing. If you want to represent yourself by law, you have to be able to understand these things. Otherwise, I've got to appoint an attorney for you. So you can't just say, I want to represent myself because I don't like the attorney or I don't like the process. This is the process that you're in. You live in Texas, you live in the United States. This is the law that applies to your case. So what do you not understand about the range of punishment if you're found guilty? And I'd be glad to explain it.
I don't understand because I've never even been wrong.
That's what a jury's for, right? And so if you say you're not guilty, then you go in front of a jury and they determine after they listen to the evidence if you're guilty or not. That doesn't have anything to do with if they find you guilty, you understanding that they could send you to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand that part? What are you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that. So, Ms. Pugh, it's my understanding, I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case. I don't care what you want at this point. You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Welcome to the criminal appointment list.
Yeah, fun, Judge.
This was not meant to be any kind of punishment, I promise. So Mr. Jeffries, get ready like you would. Probably it's going to go straight onto a jury, and we'll just get it figured out that way.
I honestly think this judge did a 10 out of 10 job, let me know if I'm wrong, but seriously, she did everything in her power to give this woman a fair hearing before finally having her removed from the courtroom. The patience on display here was impressive. I mean, I probably would have lost it after 10 minutes, but the judge kept it cool all the way through. That said, it's also kind of sad watching these sovereign citizens spiral like this. The judge genuinely tried to be patient, giving her every chance to explain herself. But we all knew where this was headed. Also, huge apologies to anyone who lost brain cells during this video. I get it. Watching these people try to make sense of anything is painfully cringy, but also just way too entertaining. Watching them squirm under even basic questions is like witnessing someone try to dance out of a corner with no rhythm. It's a total mess, and this one was a full-on fail. Let me know what you thought about the hearing in the comments. How do you think the judge handled it? I'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. I'll be posting every single day, so stay tuned for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, and take care, everyone.